Welcome back. We are here with our 1590s recap. And here we go. Let's do it. 1590. And in this year, we had Aeneas Hobart be born and become an infant. We have Joya Waldrick also becoming an infant. I actually have no proof that they were born. They might have just become infants. Wymond Hobart became a toddler. Mencia Verduzco became a teenager. Yasmina Larkin became Yasmina de Mohun and got married and became a young adult. Angelo de Mohun, her husband, also became a young adult. And Bertha Waldrick, unfortunately, passed away. As for the year, we have them, Yasmina and Angelo, talking to the queen about their engagement, asking her father for help because the queen would not budge on it. So Sophronia then met the family and they liked her. Constance has come out as psychic, and that's because her mom took a potion while she was pregnant. We have Yasmina's birthday, and then Nicholas helps solving everything, and Yasmina being able to get married and make a deal with the queen. In 1591, for birthdays, we have Ismay Hobart. Look how cute she is, infant. Gracia Waldrick, also an infant, and Theta de Mohun being born to our Yasmina, becoming an infant. Joya Waldrick then became a toddler. Peter Hobart became a child along with his twin sister Joan Hobart, both of them becoming children. For teenagers, we have Hugh Venian. That is our affair baby. Nicholas's affair with Watira, becoming a teen. And then for deaths, we have Lavina Crookshank, Celestria Dubois, poor Celestria, Dennis Hobart, and Adele Hobart. So those are the deaths for this year. As for the drama, we have Humphrey being orphaned and joining our household. Marie is angry that Luke moved on from her. Genevieve is rejected because of her family's reputation, more specifically her sister, so she does confront her sister because of the scandals. Constance sees a future of Yasmina being in danger because she knows the secrets of resurrection, so they make a deal with Grimm in order to make everyone forget about that. In 1592, for birthdays, we have Thephania Hobart becoming an infant, and then Paul Waldrick becoming an infant. The same families having babies every year. Ismay Hobart then became a toddler. Gracia Waldrick also became a toddler. As for teenagers, we have Richard Hobart III becoming a teenager, and also Juan Verduzco becoming a teenager. For young adults, we have Marie Venian, now married to William, becoming de Mohun, and William, her husband, de Mohun III, becoming a young adult. Luke Larkin, our dear heir and, current patriarch. And then Sophronia Larkin, formerly Domino, I believe, becoming young adults. And then unfortunately, Miles Hobart did pass away. We also had the plague this year. So in the plague, we had quite a few deaths. We had William de Mohun II, making his son the current duke. Edith de Mohun, his wife. Angelo. That's not Angelo. Angelo should be in here. That's Anchor. Where did Angelo's picture go? Angelo de Mohun also passed away. Anchor Whitehead, Richard Hobart, Marcella Verduzco, and Constance Larkin all died of the plague. So yes, we have Constance passing away and becoming a ghost, a rat that I could not get rid of. Genevieve telling Nicholas about Gwendolyn's scandals, who he then has a heart-to-heart with and kind of talks about his past and about, finding love and everything. We have Luke's birthday party and his wedding to Sophronia. Very nice day for them. We are playing with ghosts, and Constance has unfinished business, so we continue to play with her, and then we go on our honeymoon with the newlyweds. In 1593, we have Angelo de Mohun II be born to Yasmina. Now that she is a widow, Theta de Mohun became a toddler. Paul Waldrick became a toddler as well. And then for children, we have Camille Waldrick II becoming a child, and then Humphrey Dubois II, that's in our household, becoming a teenager. So, of course, Humphrey then had his coming out ball. Everyone wears accessories that I don't want them to wear. We have Marie bullying Sophronia now that she's in a higher position. We have Luke moving out because the house honestly has too many bad memories after all the fires. Gwendolyn reconnecting with Magdalena. The Venians making a new betrothal agreement for Genevieve and Zechariah. Constance wanting to leave her family and Zechariah with something, so she makes a deal with the queen to tell her the future in exchange for some help with that. Luke then wants to travel, but Sophronia does not want him to go. In 1594, we have William de Mohun IV be born. He is an infant here. We have Angelo de Mohun II becoming a toddler. We have Wymond Hobart becoming a child. And the Fania Hobart passing away. For the drama, we have Gwendolyn and Magdalena eloping and leaving together very happily ever after. Genevieve is humiliated during one of her dates with Zechariah. Then we have a thwarting of an assassination attempt on the queen to give Zechariah his title, in which he celebrates with Constance, but they decide that they should just be friends because there's no future with them, and he's engaged to her sister. Luke vents about his marriage problems to Hugh, because Hugh then tells Marie, his sister, and then she comes saying all the right things, leading to a something, not good, not good. Isabella is then born. So that is the start of all our problems, really. In 1595, we have Isabella Larkin becoming an infant, William de Mohun IV becoming a toddler, Miles Hobart II becoming a teenager, Gilbert Whitehead becoming a young adult, along with Clarice Brigg and also Zechariah Venian. Those are all the birthdays. We are having Genevieve and... That's not a picture of that. Anyway, Genevieve got engaged. Sophronia finally agrees to let Luke travel because Constance said in a vision that it would be okay. He goes on his first trip and has an adventure, finds a temple, and it's all super fun for him. In 1596, we have for birthdays Elias de Mohun becoming an infant, Milo Larkin becoming an infant as well, Constance Venian becoming an infant, a rebirth there from our Constance, Isabella Larkin becoming a toddler, Joya Waldrick becoming a child, Anais Hobart becoming a child as well, along with Ismay Hobart, Beatrice Hobart becoming a teenager, and then Mary Whitehead now becoming Mary Stroud as a young adult, Genevieve Venian becoming a young adult, and also Gwendolyn Larkin. Obviously Genevieve got married, but yes, Gwen kept her last name. Tobias Stroud becoming a young adult, Bertram Waldrick becoming a young adult, and then for deaths we have Arabella Stroud and Miguel Domino passing away. As for the drama, we have Luke traveling again, really enjoying it, but he is back for Isabella's birthday, making sure to still, pay attention to his family. Marie tells Sophronia about their woohoo and affair baby, who is not happy about it and confronts Luke, who confesses, but the stress sends her into early labor, in which she has triplets, and unfortunately only one of them ends up surviving because of, it being a complicated birth and also the stress. Luke is trying to reconcile for the sake of his family, and he's mad at Marie for doing this to him and making her lose the children, so he tells William about the affair, and that means William then divorces Marie and kicks her and the kids out because he doesn't have proof that they're his. Arun then demands that he takes responsibility for Marie, so he sets her up. Genevieve gets married. Constance is done with her unfinished business and moves on, and then we're already in the next year because I can't talk fast enough to get through these pictures. Well, we have in 1597 Elias de Mohun becoming a toddler, Gracia Waldrick becoming a child, Theta de Mohun becoming a child, Peter Hobart becoming a teenager, along with his twin sister, Joan Hobart. I caught up. Hugh Venian becoming a young adult, Mencia Verduzco now becoming Mencia Venian and becoming a young adult, and then unfortunately Bennett Cruikshank did pass away. For the drama, we have Luke completing his archaeology aspiration, but there is still trouble at home, so he decides to get away and take another trip, but Marie invited herself onto this trip, and it actually went really, really well, and he was actually really happy to have someone taking care of him and hyping him up and making him feel good, and of course he's an idiot, but he does end up getting her pregnant again. So that is a bummer for everyone involved. In 1598, we have Arella Stroud becoming an infant. Look at how cute she is. I love her. Aldith de Mohun becoming an infant. And then Athelina Larkin becoming an infant. One day I'm going to learn how to pronounce her name. Constance Vinian became a toddler. Paul Waldrick became a child. And then for deaths, we unfortunately lost little Milo Larkin and then also Angelo de Mohun II. So 2 heirs, very upsetting. For the Drama Llama, we have Milo's birthday. We have Nick trying to give Luke advice. It not going super well. Marie then reveals to Sophronia that she is pregnant again with Luke's child. And of course, she then confronts her husband, who admits it because he's not going to lie about it now. He was trying to tell her, but then he couldn't even come up with it. But once Milo died, it was the final straw. Sophronia asks for a divorce, and she is so upset. But Marie wants more than just a divorce. She wants to get Sophronia out of the house, so she frames her for stealing and tricks Luke into believing that Sophronia took those artifacts. Marie gives birth, and Luke sends Sophronia away to the other house because he cannot trust her, but she doesn't get to take Isabella with her. Arun is trying to get Zechariah to have a son, but Zechariah does not care. He loves his wife. He's very happy, and then Luke and Marie do end up having a quick marriage. In 1599, we have Brangwine de Mohun becoming an infant. We have Aurella Stroud becoming a toddler. Aldith de Mohun also becoming a toddler. And then also, of course, our own Athelina Larkin becoming a toddler. Why I keep choosing names I can't pronounce, I don't know. William de Mohun IV became a child. Richard Hobart III became a young adult. We did not get him married yet, though. Juan Verduzco also became a young adult. Maria Hobart, unfortunately, passed away, along with our near and dear Nicholas Larkin passing away. Very, very sad. So, Marie, pregnant. Again, she is also mean to the children. She especially Isabella, because Isabella is not her child. Luke will not make Elias his heir. He is not interested in that. He doesn't even know that Elias is his baby. William has his birthday, very sparsely attended. Arun demands that Marie figure out her heir situation as well. So Marie does start plotting and makes a deal with Aeneas to get her kids to inherit everything. Arun then continues to bother Zechariah, which Nick is not happy about, so Nick ends up pushing against him and then unfortunately dying, and then we had another girl. So, family trees. First family tree we have is the Whitehead family tree. It just had Gilbert and Mary in here, and we're actually going to split it up into 2 new trees because Gilbert and Charlotte got married. They're actually not going to have any kids, though, but Marie did get married to Tobias and had 1 kid. Mary, she's not, or Earla, she's not a vampire. We also then had the Domino family. We had Miguel over there, Sophronia over there. Miguel is dead, and then Sophronia is actually in our family tree, so I didn't include her. So what we're going to see next time is the family tree regarding Joanna specifically. So in Joanna's family, she has her 4 living children right now. None of them are married. None of them are old enough to worry about that kind of stuff yet. The next family tree we have is the Hobards. I'm not going to really include Watira in here, but she was married to Richard. We're going to see little Richard there on the left. I am going to split this up into multiple family trees as well because there are a couple of families going on here. So we're going to split it by, Dennis's family, Miles's family, all that stuff. So we don't really need to see Eustace very much because unfortunately he is not getting married or having children. So he's not really relevant. So first we have Richard's family tree with Richard and his son Richard, his deceased wife, his current wife, but nothing really changing besides ages there. In then Dennis's family, Dennis and Maria are deceased and they have 2 daughters, both of whom are not married yet, again, not old enough. And then we have Miles and Adele, both passed away. They have 5 kids, none of whom, again, are old enough to get married yet. So in the last family tree, we have our family tree. So back at the beginning of the decade, none of our kids were married. We had everyone back to life, but none of them were married. They were starting to become old enough for it, though, but still a lot of teenagers. Hugh was still very young as well. Nicholas was still with Arun. Just nobody had really changed except for age, I guess, just yet. Once again, splitting up the family tree into multiples, we have Yasmina's part of the family tree where she was initially married to Angelo, had some children with him, and then ended up, William was with Marie, and then Yasmina, once Marie and William got divorced, ended up together and are having children again. So that's that part of the family tree. Then we have Luke's part of the family tree where he was married to Sophronia. They only have 1 living child right now. Then he got married to Marie. They had another child together out of wedlock, but now they're starting to have children again together now that they are married to each other. And then lastly, we have the Venian part of the family tree, which we have with Zechariah and Genevieve, who have gotten married now. And Hugh has also gotten married. And then Constance was reborn into Genevieve and Zechariah's child. So that is the family tree section. So we are on to the next century, not just the next decade, the next century. So I am super excited about that. I hope you guys really enjoyed this decade. I feel like a lot happened, but I am so excited to keep going there and head into the 1600s. I'm so excited. I'm so excited, especially considering we have a big upheaval coming in 20 years. So we are just getting closer and closer to America, and it's just really exciting. So I hope you guys are ready for it. So I will see you in the next century.